Would you like to introduce yourselves?
Hi, I'm Paul.
I'm Lizzie.
And at the time of filming this, our little daughter Phoebe is currently sleeping. Woohoo!
What do you do and how has lockdown affected you?
Would you like to start?
Sure. So I'm a nutritionist and I have my own nutrition coaching business. For me, it's actually been quite good. I know it sounds a bit strange to say, but where everybody has literally been locked down in their homes, online, on their phones the whole time, I've had quite a captive audience and I've been able to grow my following and get new clients and also actually spend the time to develop new materials and even launch a website, which is something that's been at the bottom of my to-do list for ages. Yeah.
So I used to work in a university library. That was up until the end of July when my contract came to an end. Right now I'm focusing on our family baking business, Golden Brown. And with the end of my contract, it was quite, how would I put it? It was a God thing, because we've been praying about my role and what I'll be doing next, and really felt God say this is a time to move forward, to trust Him in everything, not to rely on our own strengths not to rely on ourselves, but to rely on Him wholeheartedly and in everything. And we've given this to God and we feel absolutely great about it.
I think I'll just add to that as well. It was a bit confusing because obviously at the beginning of lockdown, we weren't able to operate our family baking business.
No.
So we couldn't get any flour.
Yeast.
Yeast, but we don't use yeast that much, but I like to make bread. Anyway, we couldn't get the ingredients that we needed and we didn't think it was an essential thing for people to come out of their houses and collect cakes. So we just had to stop for quite a while.
Yeah.
But at the same time, we knew that God was telling us it was time for Paul to move on as well. So, yeah, it was definitely a lesson on trust.
Yeah, big lesson.
What has been the worst part of this season for you all?
It's definitely been not being able to physically
meet up with people,
embrace people. I'm a big hugger. And just seeing the effects of that. So on Phoebe is 3 and she's been doing video play dates with her friends, which she's enjoyed, but sometimes her friends have got really upset about because they haven't been able to physically see each other. And for her, she's adapted really well, but just seeing the effects on other people, it's been a little bit heartbreaking, hasn't it?
Yeah. And I guess also not being able to go to play groups and soft play areas and things like that, that was quite difficult because usually again Phoebe would go to stuff throughout the week. On a weekend I would take her swimming, so that was our that was a time that we spent a lot bonding, and that obviously we haven't been able to do that since March. That's been that was definitely the toughest part, but we have been able to bond in other ways. So yeah, there's a silver lining, as you would say.
And outside of our family, just supporting our friends and other members of our family when they've had to close their businesses, and just the uncertainty, especially knowing when some people don't know that they can turn to Jesus. I think that's something that's really spoken to me in a way, just being able to pray and give my worries to Jesus, it lifts my burdens, whereas other people don't feel that they can do that, and that's really challenged my thoughts during this time.
Yeah.
Have there been any good things about this season?
Yeah, it's been a lot of good things. Spent a lot more time praying. And it's just been really good, because I think before there are times where I just felt I was too busy, or had too many things going on, but lockdown has kind of made it possible to spend a lot more time refocusing and readjusting my priorities. So that's been one of the things, and it's just been so amazing just hearing so much from what God has in store for us, what He's got planned for us, the direction He wants us to go in, seeing so many prayers already answered. It's been really good being able to spend a lot more time praying, connecting with lots of different people, connecting in different ways, not just necessarily before you would always meet up with people, but now we've been able to connect via Zoom and WhatsApp chats and video calls, and that's still also been really, really good. And another thing is also just my relationship with Phoebe has really grown. We were close already, but I feel we've got a lot closer during this time. So there'll be times where she'll come with me to my meetings at work, asking whoever I'm talking to or what it is I'm doing. She would come on the PC and want to just draw, and I'd make sure that I always set time aside for her for things like that. We'd spend more time playing and going out as a family for walks together, almost every single day. And yeah, even more. And one of the things that's been the most amazing is like the whole way of our time being restructured. Doing the smallest things, like having a family meal together. When I had to physically go to work, I would only ever really be able to have a meal with both Lizzie and both yourself and with Phoebe on the weekend, because I'd leave in the morning, and by the time I come back from work, Phoebe's already had her dinner, so we would have our dinner together and we wouldn't be able to have it with Phoebe. But now every day I'm able to have all our meals together as a family, and that's just been such a great bonding time to be able to talk over the dining table and just spend just that short amount of time together as a family. Has just been such a blessing, and I've just loved every single minute of it. I kind of feel like I've said everything.
Yeah, you have. Like, just adjusting our routines has been massive, and things like actually making the time for rest. Again, it's something that sounds so simple, but you can easily go through the whole week, the whole 7 days, without putting aside an actual day to rest. And of course, that's a biblical principle as well, and it's there for a reason, and that's made a massive difference. But this time has allowed us to implement that specifically.
Yeah. And yeah, it's just so much, so good, just getting time back in a way, time back with God, time back as a couple, time back as a family. Yeah, it's just the most valuable thing ever.
Do you feel God has spoken to you at all in big or small ways?
Yeah. Definitely. God's definitely spoken to us in massive ways. So I'll say quite near the beginning of lockdown, just during some of the prayers that we were having, just kind of like praying about the next steps in our life, and obviously praying over this whole situation, just trying to see and understand what it is that God wanted us to be doing, and hearing very clearly, okay, it's time for me to move on from working at the university, and not entirely sure what the next step is, but trusting God that whatever is coming next is going to be absolutely amazing. And yeah, it's just been great to take that step of faith in moving forwards. One of the things that also heard whilst praying was, because I was working on a project, and the whole thing was, when I'm leaving, I need to leave I need to leave well. I need to leave in like with good reputation, leaving everything on good terms. And when I was leaving, they were really happy with the work I did, which I was also happy about. And yeah, I left on good terms, and I was just really, really glad that that was like a fulfillment of what God had said, like for me to leave on good terms. Anything you? I feel like I'm saying something.
No, it's fine. I think also to add to that, like Paul was saying, adjusting our routine to actually spend time, just literally sat listening to some worship music, but being open to listening to what God's saying to us, not just us talking to Him.
Yeah.
Again, it's something that sounds really simple, but it's really easy to just dismiss or think that you don't have time for, or forget. Yeah. And for me, God really spoke to me, and for you as well, about our confidence, and that's been a huge thing. So it's helped me practically with my nutrition business, but I think just in general as well, just knowing that my identity is in Jesus, and we get unlimited power from that. And it can sound a bit strange, but basically anything that we need, we can call upon Jesus for, and He's given me so much knowledge, and it's now up to me to apply all of my skills and everything and be confident with it as well, and not to doubt myself. That's a big thing.
Yeah.
Because we're really indecisive, aren't we?
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, it's a journey.
Has it changed the way you see the future?
Oh, lockdown.
Short answer, yes.
Yeah. It's really made us realise that in everything we should full-heartedly just rely on God, that we shouldn't be doing things in our own strength, and that as much as we might want to plan ahead, because Liz is a planner, I am a spur of the moment kind of guy, that God's in control, and no matter what's going on, no matter how chaotic it might seem outside or even inside, or wherever you are, whatever you're doing, God is in control. And all we need to do is trust Him and just walk wholeheartedly and fully and faithfully in what He's said. And that's our job, to trust and obey. And that's really what we've been trying to do, and look into the future. That's what we're doing and planning to do more. Just trusting Him wholeheartedly, just to continue guiding us. How about yourself?
Trust is a massive thing, and like you said, remembering that God is on the throne above everything, and trying not to be overwhelmed, specifically for me when I can't research into this, when I can't organise everything. I don't actually have to. Obviously diligence comes in, and you should have a look into different things, but it's actually been turning to God about what I should be looking into, and how I should be spending my time and my energies as well, because it takes a lot of energy to be worrying about every single little detail, which I don't need to do. So that has been massive.
Okay, thank you very much. We hope to see you all soon, and from us, goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.